The Power of No Explanation _ Leave Quietly, No Complaints, No Explanations, Audiobook, written by Ethan Hope, published by Wisdom Audiobooks. Introduction. Have you ever felt the weight of having to explain your choices, as if silence would somehow be taken as weakness? What if saying no without justification could be the key to reclaiming your peace? In a world where loud voices often take center stage, there exists a hidden power in silence, a sanctuary where self-discovery thrives and clarity begins. Silence is not just the absence of noise. It's the presence of strength in knowing who we are without needing validation from others. This book is designed to guide you on an extraordinary journey toward empowerment through the practice of cultivating silence and setting boundaries. We live in a culture that glorifies constant chatter, where speaking up and voicing opinions are often equated with strength and success. Yet there is profound strength to be found in the quiet places where introspection and reflection occur. This book will show you how to harness this silent strength and use it to navigate both personal and professional challenges. What can you expect to gain from this exploration? By embracing silence as a tool for growth, you'll learn how to establish boundaries that honor your authenticity and foster healthier relationships. Imagine being able to walk away from unfulfilling situations without feeling the need to justify yourself, to reclaim your narrative, and embrace the elegant power of simply saying no. Within these pages, you'll find guidance for handling societal pressures, toxic relationships, and workplace conflicts with dignity and grace, minimizing emotional turmoil, and maximizing personal empowerment. Each chapter has been carefully crafted to provide you with practical tools and insights to bring about transformative change in your life. We begin with understanding the foundational role of silence and how it can ground us in a world filled with noise. Silence becomes a powerful ally in the quest for self-awareness, helping you listen to your inner voice and discern what truly matters. Only by discovering the strength within quietude can you redefine your boundaries effectively and communicate with authenticity. As you move deeper into this book, you'll encounter strategies for gracefully exiting toxic relationships and managing personal interactions without drama. These silent strategies equip you to protect your well-being while maintaining respect for others involved. Through real-life examples and expert advice, you'll gain the confidence needed to move forward with integrity, transforming potentially harmful relationships into opportunities for growth. Additionally, we'll explore innovative approaches to navigating workplace dynamics, addressing communication challenges, and empowering yourself professionally. In today's fast-paced and competitive work environment, establishing boundaries and embodying calm resilience are invaluable skills. You'll discover techniques to peacefully resolve conflicts, assert your needs, and maintain harmony without unnecessary confrontation. Our aim is to help you cultivate a work-life balance that aligns with your values, enabling you to achieve both personal satisfaction and career success. Finally, prepare to dive deep into the practices of mindfulness and meditation, which further reinforce the principles of silence as a source of strength. These practices enhance your ability to stay centered amidst chaos, nurturing a sense of peace that transcends daily stressors. By learning to internalize silence, you create a foundation for ongoing growth and transformation, tapping into a vast reservoir of inner wisdom. Throughout this book, we'll emphasize the idea that silence isn't about withdrawal or passivity. Rather, it's an active stance of empowerment. It's about choosing when and how to engage, deciding where your energy is most productively invested, and understanding that sometimes the strongest statements are made in stillness. The art of saying less becomes a powerful means of achieving more, a pathway to living authentically and intentionally. We invite you to embark on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. As you turn each page, remember that you hold the key to redefining your relationship with silence and unlocking its incredible potential. Whether you're seeking relief from the societal pressure to conform, extricating yourself from toxic relationships, or aiming to elevate your professional life, know that by embracing silence, You are laying the groundwork for profound personal growth and transformation. Get ready to transform how you interact with the world around you. Through silence, you will find your true voice. Welcome to a new chapter in your life, where you can thrive with clarity and assurance, guided by the enduring power of what remains unsaid. Chapter 1. The Foundation of Silence. Silence takes center stage as an often underappreciated, yet profoundly potent element in personal development. From the constant barrage of noise that fills our daily lives, finding silence can feel like uncovering a hidden gem. Here lies an opportunity for introspection and growth, allowing us to explore the depths of our own thoughts and emotions without external disruptions. It's not merely about escaping noise, but embracing the quiet moments that empower individuals through self-reflection and understanding. Silence isn't just a lack of sound. It's a meaningful state of being, where one can rediscover clarity and purpose amid life's persistent demands. In this chapter, readers will delve into the multifaceted role of silence as a foundational tool for personal empowerment. The discussion unfolds around practical ways to integrate silence into everyday life, offering strategies to carve out serene spaces amidst the chaos of modern existence. By examining various techniques, such as creating silent sanctuaries at home or incorporating mindfulness practices, the chapter equips readers with skills to harness silence's power. Additionally, insights into how silence fosters resilience and aids in navigating complex social interactions will be explored. Whether it's setting boundaries to maintain personal space or using silence to cultivate internal validation, the chapter provides a roadmap for leveraging stillness in diverse aspects of life. Through an objective narrative lens, the text underscores silence as a catalyst for authentic self-expression and decision-making, guiding adults overwhelmed by societal pressures, individuals in toxic relationships, and professionals facing workplace challenges towards a more empowered existence. Defining and practicing silence in a noisy world. In a world where the cacophony of daily life often drowns out our inner voices, finding moments of silence has become akin to discovering a rare treasure. This absence of noise, or more accurately, this presence of stillness, offers us an oasis in a desert of constant activity and distraction. It is here, amidst the clamor, that silence reveals its profound importance for mental clarity and personal development. In today's fast-paced society, where every minute demands our attention, silence is fleeting. We are surrounded by endless notifications, conversations, and digital interactions that seldom let up. Yet, the serenity found in silence is vital for clearing the mind and fostering genuine introspection. The ability to cultivate silence can provide the clarity needed to navigate life's complexities with a calm and collected mindset. Silence transcends the mere absence of sound. It is a dynamic state of being. Within this quiet space, individuals have the opportunity to gain deeper self-awareness. Here one can listen not to the outside world, but to one's own thoughts, emotions, and desires. This level of self-awareness is crucial for personal growth, as it allows individuals to reflect on their true needs and motivations without external influence. Simple practices like meditation underscore how silence enhances emotional health. Meditation encourages individuals to turn inward, offering a structured approach to engage deeply with one's inner dialogue. By sitting in quiet contemplation, one can disentangle the threads of daily stress and anxiety, leading to a more balanced emotional state. This practice, while ancient, remains profoundly relevant in our quest for harmony and well-being. Establishing personal rituals around silence can further empower individuals by reclaiming autonomy over personal space. Creating a designated area or time for silence acts as a boundary against the incessant demands of modern life. This sanctuary fosters a sense of control and ownership over one's environment, reinforcing the idea that everyone has the right to their peace. Practicing mindful silence requires intentionality and dedication. Begin with establishing a dedicated quiet space within your home, a nook or corner free from distractions. Treat this area as sacred, a refuge from the hustle and bustle. Regularly scheduling these periods of silence into your daily routine can create consistency, transforming silence from a sporadic indulgence into an essential habit. The impact of societal noise cannot be understated, as it continually impedes our ability to think clearly and make well-informed decisions. It is easy to be swept away by the auditory overload of our environments, yet learning to embrace silence helps counterbalance this societal pressure. Allowing oneself the freedom to pause and reflect amidst this noise contributes significantly to effective decision-making and personal empowerment. Incorporating silence into one's daily life does not mean avoiding the world. Instead, it involves making conscious choices about when to engage with it. Such practices serve as reminders that while the world may be loud and demanding, each person possesses the power to carve out moments of tranquility and clarity. Silence thus becomes a tool to retreat into one's thoughts, providing the necessary perspective to face life's challenges with renewed vigor. By consciously practicing silence, individuals develop a greater resilience to the pressures of modern existence. This process empowers them to act based on thoughtful reflection, rather than impulsively reacting to external stimuli. In doing so, silence becomes not just a temporary escape, but a cornerstone for building a life grounded in introspection and deliberate choice. For those feeling overwhelmed by the expectations and pressures of life, integrating silence into one's routine can offer newfound strength. It supports authentic self-expression and provides a platform for setting boundaries that respect one's need for solitude. Silence also plays a pivotal role for those navigating toxic relationships by creating a space for internal dialogues that inform healthier interactions and exit strategies. Professionals facing workplace conflicts can similarly benefit from silence. It grants the opportunity to step back, assess situations with clear minds, and communicate effectively without unnecessary drama. The ability to listen first to oneself and then to others can transform professional dynamics, leading to more harmonious and empowering work environments. Embracing silence is not a sign of retreat, but a gesture of strength. It reflects a willingness to explore the depths of one's consciousness and the courage to stand firm in a world that constantly demands our attention. By prioritizing silence, we regain control over our narratives, enabling more thoughtful engagement with the world around us. As silence integrates into our lives, it nurtures creativity, allowing ideas to flourish unobstructed by the chaos of the outside world. It encourages the brain to wander freely, often leading to groundbreaking insights and solutions. The simplicity of silent reflection holds immense potential for innovation in both personal projects and professional endeavors. Historical perspective on silence and internal versus external validation. Throughout history, silence has been revered as a profound source of strength and wisdom. Ancient philosophies across different cultures have emphasized the importance of contemplation and introspection, with silence serving as a critical tool in this journey towards knowledge. The philosophers of ancient Greece, for example, championed the idea of sophrosyne, a concept that entails self-control and inner harmony, often achieved through reflective silence. Similarly, in Eastern traditions such as Buddhism and Taoism, silence is regarded as a path to enlightenment, where the absence of external noise allows for deeper listening and understanding of one's own thoughts and emotions. Silence is not only a means of personal growth, but also a strategic tool employed by influential leaders throughout history. Effective communication often involves knowing when to remain silent. Leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela used silence to emphasize their points and demonstrate resilience. By choosing when to speak and when to remain silent, they conveyed strength and provoked thought, often leading to significant political and social change. Silence here becomes a powerful ally that signifies patience and strength, subtly influencing environments without the need for words. In our modern world filled with constant noise and endless streams of information, finding strength within oneself rather than relying on external validation is more vital than ever. Practicing internal validation involves valuing one's own opinion and choices over those of others, reducing reliance on external approval for decisions. This fosters emotional autonomy, allowing individuals to navigate life with an authentic sense of self-worth. It encourages people to trust their instincts and beliefs, building confidence and independence. In doing so, individuals can move beyond the temporary satisfaction of external praise, finding a deeper and more lasting form of validation within themselves. The growing appeal of mindfulness practices reflects a cultural acknowledgement of the benefits of silence. Mindfulness encourages us to embrace moments of quiet reflection amidst our busy lives, offering a necessary contrast to today's noise-driven culture. Through meditation, breathing exercises, or simply mindful observation, people are increasingly recognizing the positive impact of these practices on their mental health. Engaging in mindfulness allows individuals to pause and reflect, promoting a healthier balance between engagement with the outside world and connection with one's inner self. A key aspect of bridging the internal-external gap is practicing self-validation while remaining open to constructive feedback. While it's crucial to derive self-worth internally, acknowledging that external perspectives can offer valuable insights is also important. A guideline for navigating this balance might involve regular self-reflection to assess one's core values and goals, alongside periodic consideration of external viewpoints that align with personal growth objectives. By integrating useful feedback into one's self-assessment, individuals can evolve and adapt while maintaining their own grounding principles. Furthermore, the historical context of silence shows its enduring power as a tool for transformation and empowerment. Figures who have successfully harnessed the potential of silence to influence and guide others include not just prominent leaders and philosophers, but everyday individuals who quietly shape their communities and environments. Whether fostering a sense of peace in tumultuous times or providing space for inclusive dialogues, silence continues to play an essential role in fostering understanding and progress. Ultimately, embracing silence as a component of personal and societal growth means recognizing its multifaceted nature. It offers insight, facilitates thoughtful leadership, and prompts meaningful connections with others, while reinforcing the importance of authentic self-expression. Silence encourages us to slow down, to listen deeply, and to value the internal voice we sometimes overlook amidst the clamor of daily life. It teaches us to appreciate the moments of calm and reflection that can lead to profound realizations and personal breakthroughs. In exploring the empowering nature of silence, this chapter has navigated the ways in which silence can serve as a tool for personal growth. It has outlined how intentional quietude offers a pathway to mental clarity and self-reflection, allowing individuals to understand their true needs and emotions, free from societal noise. By integrating practices like meditation and creating sacred spaces for stillness, readers are encouraged to develop deeper self-awareness and emotional resilience. This understanding leads to more thoughtful engagement with life's challenges, fostering authentic self-expression and setting meaningful boundaries. For those feeling overwhelmed by external pressures or entangled in complex relationships, the chapter emphasizes that embracing silence isn't about retreating, but rather gaining strength and insight. Silence provides a foundation for internal validation, reducing reliance on external approval. It equips professionals with the ability to assess situations calmly and improve communication without drama. By harnessing the power of silence, individuals can face conflicts with clear minds and nurture creativity. These insights underline silence's role as a cornerstone of introspection, helping readers carve out moments of tranquility amidst a noisy world. Chapter 2. Boundaries, the Silent Edge. Utilizing silence as a boundary-setting tool is a subtle yet transformative practice. Silence, often overlooked in our communication repertoire, holds the potential to define personal limits without confrontation or verbal defense. In a world that constantly demands explanations and justifications, learning to harness silence can be empowering. It speaks volumes about one's confidence, autonomy, and respect for oneself. By allowing space for silence, individuals can convey their boundaries effectively, resisting societal pressures to conform to others' expectations. In the chapter Boundaries, the Silent Edge, readers will explore how silence can be an effective strategy across various contexts, be it in personal relationships strained by misunderstandings, professional environments fraught with conflict, or when exiting toxic situations gracefully. This examination will delve into recognizing nonverbal cues, understanding cultural nuances, and fostering emotional resilience through silent communication. With silence as a guiding principle, individuals learn to protect their emotional well-being, build healthier interactions, and cultivate authentic self-expression. Through practical examples and insights, the chapter offers tools to navigate life's diverse social landscapes, aiming to empower readers with the ability to set and maintain boundaries with dignity and grace. The importance of boundaries and nonverbal communication. In today's interconnected world, the importance of setting and respecting personal boundaries cannot be overstated. Boundaries define who we are, help us maintain self-respect, and provide a framework for mutual respect in relationships. They validate our needs and emotions, allowing us to interact with others healthily and constructively. While verbal communication is often highlighted, nonverbal cues can convey these boundaries just as powerfully and effectively. Nonverbal communication encompasses elements such as posture, gestures, and facial expressions. These cues serve as silent, yet potent tools for asserting personal boundaries without uttering a single word. For instance, standing tall and maintaining an open posture can signal confidence and assertiveness, while crossed arms or a turned-away body might indicate defensiveness or discomfort. Facial expressions, like a smile or a frown, can further emphasize these boundaries, signaling openness or unease. By mastering these nonverbal cues, individuals can protect themselves emotionally and communicate their limits clearly and succinctly. Physical space is another significant aspect of boundary setting. The distance we maintain from others can communicate comfort levels and personal limitations. In social settings, establishing and respecting this physical buffer zone is crucial. Some people prefer close interactions, while others need more space to feel secure. Recognizing and honoring these spatial signals helps reduce tension and ensures smoother interactions. It communicates respect for the other person's space, enhancing one's ability to manage social situations gracefully and confidently. Nonverbal affirmations, though subtle, are equally essential in reinforcing boundaries. Simple actions like nodding during a conversation can demonstrate engagement and understanding, solidifying one's stance on matters and fostering personal autonomy. Such affirmations build rapport and respect without needing to speak at length. Through consistent use, they become a powerful tool in reinforcing personal boundaries, ensuring that others recognize and respect them. Boundaries play a critical role in personal relationships. When clearly communicated and respected, they lay the groundwork for healthier interactions. However, one common misconception is assuming everyone has the same boundaries, leading to misunderstandings and unintentional violations. It's vital to remember that each person has unique boundaries, stemming from individual experiences, beliefs, and desires. Acknowledging this diversity and being attentive to others' nonverbal cues can prevent potential conflicts and foster a more empathetic environment. While our focus primarily revolves around silence and its power, it's worth noting that communication forms, both verbal and nonverbal, offer multiple ways to express boundaries. Nonverbal cues, in particular, offer an unobtrusive method of asserting one's needs and preferences. Many individuals struggle with expressing boundaries due to societal norms and ingrained habits, such as people-pleasing tendencies. These behaviors often arise from fear of rejection or conflict, causing some to ignore their boundaries to accommodate others. Left unchecked, this tendency can lead to emotional burnout and resentment. Yet by harnessing nonverbal cues, individuals can quietly yet effectively communicate their limits, protecting themselves from potential harm. For instance, Maintaining eye contact, adjusting tone, or using certain gestures can subtly yet definitively convey one's stance. It's also important to note that boundaries are not static. They evolve and change based on circumstances, relationships, and personal growth. Being aware of these changes and adapting one's nonverbal communication accordingly ensures that boundaries remain relevant and respected. Encouraging others to understand and adapt to these shifts fosters a culture of mutual respect and understanding, promoting deeper and more authentic connections. However, the process of setting boundaries isn't always straightforward. Cultural differences, past traumas, and personal experiences can influence how boundaries are perceived and communicated. For example, in some cultures, maintaining a greater physical distance might be viewed as a sign of respect, while in others, it might be seen as aloofness. Understanding these cultural and contextual nuances is vital for effective communication and relationship building. The silent conveyance of boundaries through nonverbal cues transcends language barriers, providing a universal means of expressing oneself. Ultimately, recognizing and utilizing nonverbal cues in boundary setting can empower individuals to interact with others confidently and respectfully. It enables them to protect their well-being and establish relationships built on trust, empathy, and mutual respect. Moving forward, these skills can enhance personal autonomy and interpersonal dynamics, creating a more understanding and harmonious world. Recognizing unnecessary explanations. In a world where we're often urged to justify our actions and decisions, the ability to employ silence effectively as a boundary-setting tool is empowering. Understanding that you have the right to remain silent is crucial, especially when societal norms press for explanations. This silence serves as a quiet yet mighty defense against unnecessary justifications, protecting emotional well-being. Silence as a boundary asserts itself most powerfully in situations that might tempt an individual to explain or defend their actions. For instance, consider a scenario where a colleague continually pressures you into staying late at work. Here, the response doesn't necessitate a detailed reasoning each time. Instead, an assertive silence can communicate volumes, signaling your unavailability without delving into personal life details. By choosing not to explain, you're maintaining control over your emotional space, reducing the pressure to conform to unreasonable expectations. Furthermore, silence can be strategically applied in confrontational settings where explanations may escalate tensions rather than resolve them. For example, during heated debates at family gatherings, opting for silence can prevent further conflict. In essence, this approach allows individuals to sidestep unnecessary explanations, preserving both personal peace and the atmosphere of the gathering. Recognizing when silence speaks louder than words enhances one's ability to set boundaries effectively in such confrontations. Embracing silence empowers individuals by cultivating self-confidence and fostering emotional autonomy. Each time one refrains from providing explanations, they're reinforcing a sense of self-assuredness. Consider someone who constantly faces criticism for lifestyle choices, from dietary preferences to career paths. By remaining silent in the face of unsolicited advice, they reinforce their autonomy, thus building resilience against external pressures. This confidence in self-expression grows with practice, gradually liberating individuals from the need for validation through explanations. Challenging entrenched societal norms, demanding conformity, is another dimension where silence plays a vital role. By choosing not to justify every action, individuals question the expectation itself, promoting authentic self-expression. Society often equates silence with passivity, but in truth, it can be a powerful assertion of one's values and beliefs. For instance, women frequently encounter biases in professional environments, where assertiveness can be misinterpreted as aggression. By adopting silence in response to unwarranted critiques, they resist these stereotypes, advocating for an environment that respects diverse expressions of identity. Moreover, breaking away from the need to conform fosters emotional resilience. When individuals embrace silence as a method of setting boundaries, they detach from societal expectations, focusing instead on self-defined identities. This approach helps in nurturing a strong emotional core, capable of withstanding external judgments. Take, for example, someone recovering from a toxic relationship. Using silence as a boundary helps minimize emotional turmoil, creating a dignified exit strategy. The practice reinforces inner strength, encouraging healthier interactions moving forward. To navigate these dynamics effectively, it's essential to understand when and how to employ silence. In professional settings, recognize moments where tense negotiations or meetings could benefit from measured silence, allowing you to steer conversations more purposefully. Similarly, in personal relationships, determining when silence is the best response can lead to deeper understanding and respect between parties involved. It's about transforming silence from a passive state to an active choice, selected with intent and precision. While refraining from explanations can be challenging initially, especially for those conditioned to comply with societal demands, it's an invaluable skill for cultivating authentic living. Silence becomes transformative, a bridge to greater personal empowerment and relational harmony. By standing firm in one's truth sans explanation, individuals not only advocate for themselves, but also inspire others to honor their own boundaries. In this chapter, we delved into the powerful use of silence as a tool for setting and maintaining personal boundaries. Silence allows individuals to communicate their limits without feeling pressured to explain or justify themselves. By embracing nonverbal cues, such as posture, eye contact, and physical space, people can convey confidence and assertiveness. This form of communication helps navigate challenging situations, like persistent demands at work or confrontational family gatherings. It empowers individuals to retain control over their emotional space, reducing the need for detailed explanations while fostering personal autonomy. As we explored, silence is not just about refraining from speech. It's an active choice that supports self-assurance and personal empowerment. This chapter aimed to equip readers with practical strategies to resist societal pressures for conformity. By recognizing when to employ silence effectively, adults facing societal norms, individuals in toxic relationships, and professionals in workplace conflicts can strengthen their identities and relationships. Silence becomes a transformative practice, allowing for authentic self-expression and healthier interactions, while inspiring others to honor their own boundaries. Chapter 3. Leaving Gracefully. Leaving gracefully is an art mastered by those who learn to navigate the complexities of exiting unfulfilling situations quietly and with dignity. It is a journey that involves understanding oneself, recognizing when environments no longer serve their personal growth, and building strategies to leave without unnecessary drama. In today's fast-paced world, where societal pressures often demand conformity, breaking free from these expectations can seem daunting, yet choosing to leave behind what drains or restricts us is an empowering act of self-care and respect. Such decisions are not about escaping responsibility, but rather prioritizing one's mental and emotional well-being above all else. Throughout this chapter, readers will explore the nuanced psychological barriers that make it challenging to leave unsatisfactory situations. The fear of the unknown, coupled with societal expectations, often anchors individuals in places where they no longer find joy or fulfillment. By delving into personal stories and strategies, the chapter provides insights on how to confront these fears and liberate oneself with poise. The narrative also offers practical tools such as journaling, mindfulness, and community support, aiding readers in processing emotions and reducing anxieties tied to transitions. Through real-life examples, individuals like Lisa and John exemplify the strength found in silent departures, underscoring the deep-seated empowerment that comes with asserting control over one's life. This chapter ultimately seeks to equip readers with the knowledge and confidence needed to leave toxic relationships or workplaces, paving the way for renewed energy, genuine satisfaction, and lives aligned with true selves. Identifying and understanding toxic environments. In a world where we often find ourselves in challenging relationships or workplaces, recognizing the signs of toxicity is essential. Many adults face societal pressures that compel them to conform, but identifying unhealthy environments can empower individuals to make informed decisions about their well-being. Recognizing a toxic scenario involves being aware of consistent negativity and manipulation, which are the red flags of both workplaces and personal relationships. A toxic workplace might manifest through micromanagement, bullying, or unrealistic expectations, creating an environment where employees feel undervalued and stressed. Similarly, toxic relationships thrive on control, power imbalances, and emotional turmoil, leaving individuals feeling drained and anxious. Whether it's constant criticism aimed at eroding your self-esteem or persistent manipulation designed to sway your judgment, these behaviors consistently undermine one's mental health. Chronic dissatisfaction is a common outcome of exposure to toxicity, significantly affecting mental health. When individuals consistently encounter negative interactions, it heightens stress levels, and anxiety becomes a constant companion. People trapped in toxic environments often experience symptoms like headaches, poor sleep, and even depression. Emotional exhaustion from managing ongoing conflict or negativity can wear away one's resilience, resulting in diminished happiness and fulfillment. Self-awareness and recognition of personal values play a pivotal role in identifying toxic dynamics. Understanding what matters most to us, such as respect and nurturing interactions, helps differentiate between healthy and harmful situations. A detailed evaluation of how a circumstance aligns with our core values provides clarity. This assessment acts as an internal compass, guiding us away from scenarios that contradict our beliefs. Guidelines for fostering self-awareness include engaging in reflection and introspection. Regularly assessing how experiences affect your emotional state can unveil patterns that might otherwise go unnoticed. Journaling about interactions at work or within personal relationships highlights recurring issues and offers insight into emotional responses. Moreover, seeking feedback from trusted friends or mentors can offer an objective perspective, helping you see aspects of your situation previously overlooked. Moving away from toxic environments opens the door to positive outcomes. Leaving behind negativity allows space for growth, renewed energy, and opportunities once hidden beneath the weight of toxicity. Consider individuals who have departed unfavorable jobs or relationships. Many report greater peace, improved mental health, and more fulfilling connections elsewhere. When freed from toxic constraints, people often rediscover their passions and strengths. They gain the liberty to build lives aligned with their true selves, rather than adapting to unwell situations. Newly found freedom extends beyond mental relief, providing pathways to explore new careers or social circles, embodying respect and support. In terms of practical application, establishing clear boundaries is imperative when confronting toxicity. Boundaries are tools that help protect and nurture your mental health. They define acceptable behavior and communicate limits to others. When firmly set, they create a buffer against manipulative or disrespectful actions. For instance, clearly expressing non-negotiable needs in a relationship safeguards emotional well-being and fosters mutual respect. Seeking support during this process can be invaluable. Mental health professionals, counselors, or support groups provide guidance and validation when navigating distressing scenarios. Therapeutic environments offer safe spaces for discussing difficult experiences and developing coping strategies tailored to unique circumstances. Psychology and strategies for exiting gracefully. Leaving unfulfilling situations with dignity often begins with confronting psychological barriers. These barriers can be deeply ingrained and manifest as fears of the unknown or societal pressures that demand conformity. The fear of stepping into uncertainty, for instance, is a common mental hurdle. People often hesitate to leave jobs, relationships, or environments that no longer serve them because they dread what might come next. This fear is fueled by a lack of foresight into future possibilities and anxieties over potential failures. Additionally, societal expectations can exert tremendous pressure to maintain the status quo. There is often an unspoken rule dictating that one must have a clear, justified reason for their departure, an expectation that heightens anxiety and discourages action. This relentless pursuit of external validation traps many in unsatisfactory situations, stifling growth and personal happiness. Honoring one's own needs requires self-respect, which plays a crucial role in decision-making. By prioritizing self-respect, individuals can liberate themselves from societal constraints and focus on what truly matters: their well-being. Self-respect acts as a guiding principle, empowering individuals to recognize when circumstances are detrimental to their mental health and prompting them to take necessary steps to change. This process involves understanding personal needs and valuing them above conformist principles. When self-respect is prioritized, it becomes easier to make decisions based on authenticity rather than performance. In this light, leaving a toxic situation isn't just an act of escape. It's an assertion of personal worth and an essential step toward living a more fulfilling life. During transitions, coping mechanisms become vital tools for navigating challenges. Journaling is one effective method, allowing individuals to process emotions and reflect on their experiences. Through writing, one can articulate feelings and gain insights into their core issues, which aids in decision-making clarity. Mindfulness practices are another useful tool, helping individuals stay grounded in the present moment and reduce anxiety about future uncertainties. Mindfulness encourages acceptance of one's current state and promotes calmness and resilience, making it easier to handle stress associated with change. Furthermore, community support plays an indispensable role during transitions. Engaging with supportive networks provides a sense of belonging and reassurance, reminding individuals they are not alone in their journeys. Friends, family, and even professional groups offer advice, empathy, and encouragement, strengthening resolve and providing different perspectives. Illustrating the empowerment found in silent departures, personal stories underscore the profound impact of choosing to leave with dignity. Consider the tale of Lisa, who quietly resigned from a job where her values were compromised. Her decision was born from a place of self-awareness and strength. Without fanfare, she transitioned into a new career path that aligned with her aspirations, finding fulfillment and peace. Similarly, John ended a long-standing relationship that had drained him emotionally. His quiet exit, without hurtful confrontations, allowed both parties to move forward amicably. Such narratives reveal the courage it takes to prioritize one's well-being and the relief that follows these difficult choices. Silent departures do not signify weakness, but rather a poised confidence, reflecting deep-seated empowerment and the ability to assert control over one's life direction. Recognizing personal values provides important guidance for these journeys. By understanding what matters most, individuals can align their actions with their true selves. This alignment helps clarify when a situation has become untenable, steering the decision to leave. It shifts the focus from external expectations to internal contentment. Upholding values fosters a deeper connection with oneself, enabling a graceful transition from situations that conflict with them. This approach underscores the importance of living authentically, which is a cornerstone of dignified exits. Therefore, while society may emphasize stability and predictability, prioritizing values aligns actions with personal truths, cultivating genuine satisfaction beyond superficial successes. As we've explored, identifying toxic environments is the crucial first step toward a more fulfilled life. Recognizing the signs of negativity and manipulation, whether in workplaces or personal relationships, empowers individuals to make informed choices for their well-being. Toxicity can manifest as micromanagement, bullying, or emotional control, leaving a deep impact on mental health. By cultivating self-awareness and understanding personal values, one gains clarity in evaluating these situations. Reflecting on experiences, journaling, and seeking feedback help uncover patterns that might otherwise remain hidden. Leaving behind such negativity opens up possibilities for growth, renewed energy, and genuine connections that align with personal aspirations. Graceful exits from unfulfilling circumstances often begin by addressing psychological barriers, like fear of the unknown or societal pressure to conform. Honoring self-respect over external expectations becomes essential in prioritizing one's well-being. This transition can be supported through coping mechanisms like mindfulness and community engagement, which offer resilience and encouragement. Personal stories illustrate the empowerment found in quiet departures, highlighting the courage it takes to prioritize one's happiness. Understanding and upholding personal values provide guidance, allowing individuals to transition gracefully from situations that undermine their authenticity. Through this process, they find relief and satisfaction in living true to themselves, beyond superficial successes. Chapter 4. Embracing emotional autonomy. Embracing emotional autonomy involves understanding the power of choice in our interactions, and using this understanding to cultivate a balanced emotional life. Emotional autonomy grants individuals the ability to navigate their feelings with deliberation, deciding when to engage or withdraw in conversations, without feeling pressured to rationalize their decisions. This intentional approach promotes self-awareness and strengthens personal boundaries, empowering people to maintain control over their emotional responses. In the forthcoming chapter, readers will explore how cultivating emotional autonomy equips them with tools for navigating complex interpersonal dynamics. Discussion will center around recognizing one's emotional triggers and employing decision-making strategies that foster deliberate actions rather than impulsive reactions. The chapter further delves into the significance of setting compassionate boundaries and practicing non-attachment, allowing individuals to maintain healthy relationships while safeguarding their well-being. Through these insights, readers can learn to assert themselves effectively in both personal and professional situations, ultimately steering their lives towards more authentic and empowered engagement with the world. Understanding emotional detachment and balancing empathy with self-care. Emotional detachment is a skill essential for maintaining personal well-being while interacting with the world around us. It allows us to navigate our emotional landscapes thoughtfully, making space for self-care without disregarding empathy. Within this realm, recognizing triggers becomes a foundational step in understanding our emotional responses. Identifying emotional triggers is akin to holding a map that guides one through the complex terrain of their emotions. These triggers are often rooted in past experiences or unmet needs and can evoke strong reactions when revisited. By pinpointing these triggers, individuals can gain insights into their emotional patterns, which is pivotal in managing their reactions. For example, if a person knows that a particular situation consistently evokes frustration, they can prepare themselves mentally or choose to disengage before reaching a boiling point. Recognizing triggers permits an individual to pause, reflect, and respond proactively rather than reactively. This heightened awareness fosters a sense of control over one's emotions. As you understand what triggers you, the power dynamics shift. You no longer feel at the mercy of your emotions, but can instead dictate how you choose to engage with them. Once triggers are identified, cultivating non-attachment becomes vital. Practicing non-attachment encourages us to release the outcomes tied to external validation, enhancing our ability to remain anchored amidst life's ebbs and flows. Non-attachment doesn't equate to indifference. Instead, it signifies a deliberate detachment from the notion that our worth is contingent upon others' opinions or specific results. By doing so, one nurtures inner resilience and self-worth. Non-attachment is like planting seeds of confidence within oneself. It reinforces the idea that one's value is inherent and not subject to change based on external circumstances. For instance, If a professional presentation yields less favorable feedback than anticipated, practicing non-attachment would mean acknowledging constructive criticism without letting it diminish personal worth or competence. This mindset empowers individuals to face challenges with courage and grace, fostering an environment where mistakes fuel growth rather than undermine self-confidence. Setting compassionate boundaries extends the philosophy of non-attachment to include our interactions with others. Boundaries, when established with empathy, allow relationships to thrive without leading to burnout. They serve as gentle reminders that caring for others should not come at the expense of one's own mental health. Compassionate boundaries communicate respect for oneself and for those involved, while ensuring emotional exchanges remain sustainable. Picture these boundaries as invisible lines drawn with love and respect. They define where one's emotional involvement begins and ends, preventing the depletion of energy reserves necessary for nurturing self and others. When boundaries are articulated compassionately, they prevent misunderstandings and promote healthier dialogues. For someone navigating a toxic relationship, setting boundaries might mean limiting time spent on emotionally draining conversations, signaling a commitment to preserving one's emotional health. The clarity from these boundaries creates space for genuine connections, encouraging mutual respect and understanding over time. While establishing boundaries and practicing non-attachment, it's crucial to recognize the importance of self-compassion. Practicing self-compassion involves treating oneself with the same kindness and understanding one would offer a friend. It acknowledges human vulnerability and imperfection. Extending compassion to yourself creates a safe harbor during tumultuous times, bolstering emotional resilience. Self-compassion is not self-indulgence. Rather, it is the act of embracing oneself, flaws and all, with unconditional acceptance. When faced with setbacks or failures, viewing these experiences with compassion allows for inner healing rather than criticism. For example, if someone feels overwhelmed by societal pressures, self-compassion enables them to validate their feelings and prioritize self-care instead of succumbing to guilt or self-blame. Practicing self-compassion transforms adversity into opportunities for learning and growth, strengthening emotional fortitude in the long run. Together, these practices form the scaffold for emotional autonomy. Embracing emotional detachment does not suggest a departure from compassion. Instead, it advocates for a balanced approach where empathy coexists with self-care. This balance is paramount, especially in today's fast-paced world, allowing individuals to anchor themselves firmly while extending warmth to others. Through identifying triggers, cultivating non-attachment, setting compassionate boundaries, and practicing self-compassion, individuals nurture an environment conducive to personal growth and enriched relationships. Emotional autonomy transforms interactions with the world into thoughtful engagements rather than knee-jerk reactions, leading to more intentional living. Empowerment through choice and communication. Empowerment is rooted in the choices individuals make about when to engage or disengage in discussions, using this power to assert personal autonomy and navigate interpersonal interactions with clarity. At its core, emotional autonomy involves deciding when and how to participate in conversations, enabling people to set boundaries without feeling compelled to justify themselves. This awareness of choice strengthens one's confidence, fostering intentional responses rather than reactive ones. Harnessing decision-making power is an essential aspect of cultivating emotional autonomy. The ability to pause, reflect, and choose how to respond in any given situation can transform reactions into deliberate actions. For instance, in a heated exchange at work, rather than reacting impulsively, taking that moment to collect oneself and decide on the best course of action can lead to more constructive outcomes. Decision-making is not merely about what to say next, but encompasses the broader context of choosing the right time and manner to communicate. Such conscious decisions promote a sense of empowerment, reaffirming personal boundaries and enhancing self-assurance. Recognizing the options available in challenging conversations is equally important. Often people feel cornered and react defensively because they perceive limited alternatives. By identifying various pathways, one can remain proactive in emotional matters. Whether it's choosing to speak face-to-face, sending an email, or postponing the discussion altogether, understanding these options provides agency. It encourages individuals to approach difficult topics with a strategic mindset, enabling them to address issues constructively rather than passively accepting outcomes. Silence, often misunderstood as weakness or avoidance, holds significant strength in communication. Choosing silence consciously allows for moments of clarity and reflection. In many scenarios, opting to refrain from speaking offers a powerful statement itself. For example, during a situation where emotions run high, silence affords the opportunity to cool down and reassess one's thoughts before re-engaging. It underscores the idea that not every impulse demands immediate expression. Sometimes, withholding words can convey more meaning and authority than any hurried response. Understanding the role of silence transforms it into a tool for empowerment. It becomes an active choice that serves clarity and fosters depth in dialogue. Communication plays a pivotal role in establishing healthier dialogues that respect individual boundaries. Clear communication, infused with empathy, ensures that others understand your perspective while safeguarding your own needs. When people engage with empathy, they validate each other's emotions and experiences, building trust and mutual respect. This approach, however, should not come at the expense of self-care. Balancing empathy with personal well-being means acknowledging others' feelings without compromising your own. In professional settings, this might involve respectfully asserting your viewpoint while remaining open to feedback, thereby facilitating an environment where both parties feel heard and valued. Guidelines around communication stress the importance of articulating needs and boundaries without aggression or defensiveness. Setting expectations clearly reduces misunderstandings and establishes a platform for effective dialogue. In practice, this could involve expressing concerns early in a project to prevent future conflicts or clarifying roles within a team to ensure accountability. Such measures align with a proactive stance, which seeks to address potential issues before they escalate. Ultimately, embracing emotional autonomy is about recognizing the choices one has in every interaction. It is about shifting from a reactive posture to a proactive one, where individuals navigate their interactions with intention and purpose. By harnessing decision-making power, recognizing available options, valuing silence, and employing clear communication, individuals carve out personal space within any relational dynamic. This journey towards autonomy empowers people to live authentically, detached from the societal pressures compelling conformity or explanation. In this chapter, we delved into the significance of emotional detachment and examined how empathy and self-care can coexist harmoniously. By recognizing emotional triggers, individuals gain a deeper understanding of their reactions, allowing them to navigate emotions with greater control. Cultivating non-attachment further reinforces inner resilience, helping individuals maintain their self-worth regardless of external opinions. These insights form the foundation for setting compassionate boundaries that prioritize mental health while nurturing healthy relationships through empathetic understanding. We also explored the empowerment found in choosing when to engage or disengage in discussions. This choice is central to asserting emotional autonomy, enabling individuals to set boundaries without feeling obliged to explain themselves. Recognizing decision-making power and understanding available options in conversations enhances personal confidence and self-assurance. Silence, as an active choice, can also offer clarity, facilitating thoughtful communication. Embracing these practices fosters authentic living, encouraging readers to approach interactions with intention and purpose while maintaining their well-being. Chapter 5. Conflict Resolution Without Words. Navigating conflict without the use of words can transform the way we perceive and manage disagreements. In a world where verbal exchanges often dominate interactions, exploring the subtle yet powerful realm of nonverbal communication offers a refreshing perspective on conflict resolution. This approach advocates for the use of silence and body language as effective tools in managing interpersonal disputes, allowing individuals to maintain calm and avoid unnecessary escalation of tensions. By embracing these methods, individuals may find themselves equipped with strategies that not only minimize stress, but also foster deeper understanding and connection between parties involved. The chapter delves into several minimalist approaches to resolving conflicts, each designed to alleviate stress and reduce emotional turmoil. It explores how recognizing personal emotional triggers can enhance self-awareness, helping individuals anticipate and prepare for potential conflicts before they arise. Readers will discover the importance of active listening, where attention to both verbal and nonverbal cues can fortify connections and validate others' feelings. Additionally, the narrative details the role of empathy in fostering genuine understanding, encouraging readers to embrace differing viewpoints while bridging gaps through shared emotions. Nonverbal communication techniques, such as strategic silences and mindful gestures, are thoroughly examined, underscoring their efficacy in diffusing tension and conveying respect. By honing these skills, individuals can navigate workplace conflicts, interpersonal disagreements, and challenging relationships with dignity and grace, ultimately transforming conflicts into opportunities for growth and authentic self-expression. Identifying triggers and effective listening. In the journey of conflict resolution, recognizing emotional triggers and fostering active listening is crucial. Understanding personal triggers involves identifying specific emotional responses that might arise during disagreements. These emotional triggers can originate from various sources, such as past experiences, deeply held beliefs, or even stress. For example, someone who has experienced criticism early in life might react defensively to feedback at work. By understanding these triggers, individuals can cultivate self-awareness, helping them anticipate and prepare for conflicts before they escalate. Self-awareness acts as a foundational tool, allowing individuals to recognize their emotions as they surface. This awareness means being mindful of sensations like tightened muscles or rapid heartbeats, which signal escalating emotions. Through regular reflection and mindfulness practices, people can enhance this skill, creating a deeper understanding of their emotional landscape. Journaling about daily encounters and studying patterns of emotional reactions can also aid in enhancing self-awareness. These tools help individuals gain insights into their behavior, making it easier to manage emotions effectively. Developing self-control and proactive response habits is another important aspect. Recognizing warning signs, such as rising tensions or negative body language, allows individuals to maintain composure during potential conflicts. Self-regulation techniques, including deep breathing and temporary withdrawal from tense environments, provide space to recalibrate emotionally. This ability to remain calm equips individuals to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Additionally, practicing patience and maintaining an open mind can create an atmosphere where constructive dialogue can thrive. Active listening serves as a powerful component of effective conflict resolution. By fully focusing on the speaker without interrupting, individuals validate the speaker's feelings. This approach not only reassures the speaker, but also fosters a genuine connection, encouraging mutual understanding. Active listening involves paying attention to verbal cues, such as tone and pace of speech, as well as nonverbal signals like facial expressions. It requires setting aside preconceived notions and genuinely considering the speaker's perspectives. Empathy further enhances the dynamics of active listening by bridging gaps between differing viewpoints. When listeners empathize, they acknowledge the emotions behind words, showing that they respect the speaker's experiences. This validation paves the way for more sincere and productive exchanges, reducing the likelihood of misunderstandings. Empathetic listening also involves asking clarifying questions, ensuring that interpretations align with the speaker's intentions. The acknowledgement of shared emotions fosters trust and signifies a commitment to resolving the issue collaboratively. Non-verbal communication plays a significant role in conflict resolution, often speaking louder than words. Body language, such as maintaining eye contact and offering nods of affirmation, conveys attentiveness and openness. It reinforces verbal messages, making speakers feel valued. Moreover, strategic use of silence provides pauses for reflection, allowing both parties to process information fully. Such pauses can prevent rash responses, giving individuals time to formulate reasoned thoughts. Silence becomes a powerful tool for diffusing tension and signaling respect. Creating a respectful communication environment through nonverbal cues involves acknowledging personal space and cultural contexts. Different cultures may interpret gestures differently, so being mindful of these nuances prevents unintended offenses. Leaning slightly forward can express interest, while maintaining a relaxed posture avoids projecting aggression. Smiling warmly and using appropriate hand gestures can make interactions more inviting. Guidelines for managing emotional triggers include mapping out emotional responses to identify patterns. Start by noting situations that frequently elicit strong emotions and consider the underlying causes. Reflect on whether these responses are justified or fueled by past experiences. Through this reflection, individuals can set preventive boundaries, deciding how to handle similar scenarios in the future. For instance, deciding to take a brief walk during heated discussions may prevent escalation and promote clarity. Recognizing early signs of conflict helps in addressing issues proactively. By observing shifts in conversation tones or noticing discomfort in others' expressions, one can intervene before conflicts intensify. Practicing mindfulness enables quick recognition of these signs, leading to timely interventions. Approaching perceived conflicts with curiosity rather than defensiveness opens avenues for peaceful resolutions. Implementing these strategies requires consistency and practice. Regularly engaging in self-reflection, seeking feedback from trusted peers, and staying committed to improvement are vital steps. Equipping oneself with these skills enhances overall emotional intelligence, transforming potential conflicts into opportunities for growth. Non-confrontational disagreement methods. Using language as a tool for expressing disagreement can often be tricky. The way we phrase things can either escalate tensions or help ease them. One efficient method to express personal perspectives without pointing fingers is through the use of I statements. This approach shifts the focus from blame to how you personally feel about a situation. For instance, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," a more constructive statement might be, "I feel unheard when I share my ideas, and there's no response." Such phrases highlight your feelings rather than attacking the other person's actions, paving the way for an open dialogue. Another aspect of nonverbal conflict resolution is the practice of acceptance by agreeing to disagree. It's crucial to acknowledge that consensus might not always be possible or necessary. By allowing room for diverse opinions, it becomes simpler to respect emotional diversity within relationships or professional environments. Imagine an office scenario where two colleagues have opposing views on project management software. Instead of pushing for agreement, both parties could agree to use different tools that suit their styles, respecting each other's preferences while achieving the same goal. This reduces pressure and allows individuals to maintain their perspectives without feeling invalidated. Timing is another key factor in expressing disagreements effectively. Choosing the right moment can greatly influence how a disagreement unfolds. Bringing up sensitive topics when emotions are running high might lead to miscommunication and heightened conflict. Instead, selecting calmer and more receptive moments ensures that both parties are prepared for a productive discussion. Picture a situation at home where a couple disagrees over financial matters. Rather than tackling this during dinner with kids around, waiting until a quieter evening can ensure both parties are focused and willing to engage in meaningful conversation. This strategic timing helps nurture a more conducive environment for resolving disagreements. Humor can also play a significant role in diffusing tension and promoting camaraderie during conflicts. When used appropriately, humor lightens the atmosphere and makes discussions less daunting. However, it's important to ensure that the humor isn't sarcastic or dismissive, as that could further aggravate the situation. Think of a workplace meeting where a colleague inadvertently misses a deadline. Instead of reprimanding them sternly, a manager might choose to say, "Looks like our report decided it needed a vacation day too." Such a remark keeps the tone light, yet addresses the issue, creating space for corrective action without causing embarrassment or resentment. These techniques emphasize the importance of maintaining harmony while conveying disagreements. Employing I statements fosters transparency and understanding. Agreeing to disagree promotes respect for differing viewpoints, reducing unnecessary friction. Timing ensures conversations happen when they are most likely to be constructive. Lastly, humor serves as a bridge, connecting people even during disagreements. At the core of these strategies lies the understanding that not all conflicts need verbal resolutions. Non-verbal cues, such as body language, also play a vital role in communicating one's intentions and feelings. Subtle signs like nodding and acknowledgement, or maintaining eye contact, signal attentiveness and respect, strengthening the communication process. Reflecting back what you hear, reaffirming and summarizing the speaker's points, also helps validate their perspective. Silence, too, can be powerful. It provides a pause for reflection, allowing both sides to absorb information and formulate thoughtful responses. Navigating conflict with minimal stress is an art that hinges on understanding both our own emotions and others. This chapter delved deeply into the value of silence and nonverbal signals, which are often underestimated in their ability to steer disagreements toward resolution. By recognizing emotional triggers and honing in on active listening, individuals can create a space where dialogue flows naturally without tension. The strategies highlighted, such as using I statements and choosing the right timing for discussions, equip us with the tools to articulate opposing views calmly and constructively. These techniques empower adults facing societal pressure, those in challenging relationships, and professionals handling workplace disputes to express themselves authentically while maintaining harmony. The effectiveness of nonverbal communication cannot be overstated. Simple gestures, attentive body language, and strategic pauses serve as silent yet powerful allies in any discussion. The power of humor, addressed thoughtfully, adds a layer of lightness that can transform the energy of a conversation. This chapter encourages embracing these subtle approaches to conflict, fostering environments where empathy and mutual respect prevail. As readers integrate these insights into daily life, they step closer to mastering the nuanced dance of resolving conflicts gracefully and confidently. By prioritizing understanding over confrontation, we enhance our interactions, transforming potential discord into opportunities for connection and growth. Chapter 6. Simplifying Communication. Simplifying communication is a journey toward enhancing how we connect and share ideas with others. In our fast-paced world, where messages often get lost in translation, finding straightforward ways to communicate can make life easier and interactions more meaningful. When we take the time to streamline our exchanges, we can open doors to clearer, more effective conversations and foster environments where every voice is heard. The art of simplifying communication is not just helpful, it is essential for building better relationships both personally and professionally. This chapter delves into the intricacies of mindful speaking, offering strategies that focus on being present during conversations, choosing words wisely, and maintaining an awareness of tone. It provides insights into the power of language selection, illustrating how thoughtful word choices can lead to confident and authoritative interactions. The role of tone awareness underscores the importance of remaining calm and respectful, particularly in emotionally charged situations, such as family discussions or workplace disputes. Additionally, Active listening emerges as a cornerstone of effective communication, highlighting the skills needed to truly hear and understand others. By integrating these techniques, individuals can elevate their communication, avoid misunderstandings, and create a foundation for authentic and empowered exchanges. Practicing mindful speaking. Clear communication is an essential skill that can significantly impact both personal and professional interactions. For adults feeling overwhelmed by societal pressures or caught in toxic relationships, mastering effective communication techniques is integral to achieving authenticity and setting healthy boundaries. This chapter aims to equip individuals with strategies to express themselves clearly, focusing on mindfulness in speech, language choice, tone awareness, and active listening. Mindfulness in speech involves being fully present during conversations, allowing for greater clarity and avoiding impulsive reactions. By practicing mindfulness, individuals can reflect on their words before speaking, ensuring that their message is delivered as intended. This mindful approach helps prevent misunderstandings that often arise from hastily spoken words. For example, in a workplace conflict, taking a moment to consider one's language before responding can transform a potentially heated argument into a constructive dialogue. The choice of language plays a crucial role in communication. Thoughtfully selecting words can enhance clarity and effectiveness, minimizing the risk of misinterpretation. When people carefully choose their language, they communicate more confidently and authoritatively, making it easier for listeners to engage with the content. Consider the difference between saying "you're wrong" and "I see things differently." The latter choice not only softens the message, but also invites further discussion, showcasing the power of language selection in maintaining open dialogue. Tone awareness is equally important when aiming for clear communication. A calm tone can diffuse tension and foster respectful exchanges, which positively influences how messages are received and understood. In emotionally charged situations, such as family disputes, a soothing tone can create an environment where all parties feel heard and valued. This encourages a collaborative effort towards resolving issues, rather than escalating the conflict. Active listening is a vital component of effective communication. It involves truly hearing what is being said, both verbally and nonverbally, and responding appropriately. Active listening ensures that responses align with what has been communicated, thus enhancing clarity. According to Martins, providing full attention to the speaker and using positive body language, like maintaining eye contact and nodding, demonstrates engagement and respect. This practice is critical in professional settings, where ignoring these cues can lead to miscommunication and hinder productivity. Additionally, asking clarifying questions is a key aspect of active listening. By posing open-ended questions, individuals encourage speakers to elaborate on their thoughts, fostering deeper understanding and connection. Questions like, "Can you explain what you mean?" or "How did you arrive at that conclusion?" show an interest in the speaker's perspective while seeking to clarify any ambiguities. Such inquiries can prevent assumptions and support mutual comprehension in complex discussions. For individuals navigating toxic relationships, honing these communication skills can be transformative. Practicing mindfulness in speech helps maintain composure and assertiveness, preventing manipulative tactics from derailing the conversation. Similarly, choosing language that reflects one's values and intentions reinforces personal boundaries, making it harder for others to challenge them. Cultivating a calm tone, even in difficult interactions, promotes respect and reduces emotional turmoil. In professional environments, effective communication is indispensable for managing conflicts and fostering empowerment. Mindful speech and thoughtful language choice contribute to an atmosphere of respect and collaboration. Maintaining awareness of one's tone can guide discussions towards productive outcomes, reducing unnecessary drama. Active listening builds trust among colleagues, as it acknowledges diverse perspectives and encourages inclusive decision-making processes. Overall, Mastering these techniques equips individuals with the tools needed to express themselves effectively, leading to more authentic interactions and healthier relationships. By integrating mindfulness in speech, careful language selection, tone awareness, and active listening into daily communication practices, individuals can navigate challenges with confidence and clarity. As they develop these skills, they become better equipped to handle the complexities of modern life, whether in personal or professional spheres. Mindfulness exercises can further enhance these communication techniques. Engaging in mindful breathing or body scan exercises can improve focus and presence during conversations, as suggested by mindful listening. How to improve your communication. These practices help individuals remain centered and reduce distractions, enabling them to fully engage with the person speaking. By incorporating such exercises into daily routines, individuals can strengthen their ability to communicate mindfully and effectively. The power of the pause. In an era where communication often occurs at a relentless pace, the art of pausing can transform conversations into meaningful exchanges. Pauses, when strategically incorporated, serve as powerful tools that enhance communication and create thoughtful dialogues. They offer multiple benefits, influencing both the speaker and the listener in positive ways. One of the key elements of effective communication is its impact. A brief pause allows listeners to absorb a message fully, creating a natural rhythm reminiscent of a well-composed symphony. This rhythm not only captivates the audience, but also lends importance to the spoken words. Just as a pause in music gives weight to the note that follows, pauses in conversation emphasize the significance of the previous statement, allowing it to resonate with the listener. By doing so, pauses foster deeper engagement, making communication more impactful and memorable. For speakers, pauses provide a chance to reduce anxiety and gather thoughts, which can be particularly valuable in high-stakes situations. In moments of silence, a speaker can reflect on their next words, avoiding unnecessary filler and preventing the anxiety that comes from feeling rushed. This act of pausing allows the speaker to maintain control over the narrative, instilling a sense of calmness and poise both within themselves and in the room. The pause is a moment to breathe and reset, offering an opportunity to ensure the message remains clear and intentional. Furthermore, pauses in conversation encourage reflection, both internally and externally. By providing a break in the dialogue, these moments invite listeners to process information and formulate responses based on their genuine understanding. This eliminates the rush to fill silence with immediate reactions, reducing the likelihood of misunderstandings. When people have the space to think before they speak, conversations become richer, allowing for nuanced perspectives and considered opinions to surface. Respectful dialogue flourishes in environments where each participant feels heard and valued. Utilizing pauses ensures that exchanges remain balanced, giving every individual the uninterrupted opportunity to express their thoughts. In this way, pauses help dismantle hierarchical dynamics often present in discussions, fostering a culture of mutual respect and equality. This approach encourages all voices to be part of the conversation, promoting inclusivity and deeper connections between interlocutors. Beyond the individual benefits, strategic pauses hold significant influence over group dynamics, especially in professional settings. They allow teams to align their thoughts and contribute productively without overpowering one another. This leads to collective decision-making, driven by clarity and mutual understanding, rather than haste and miscommunication. Thus, the simple act of pausing elevates overall efficacy and coherence within groups. Moreover, pauses are powerful indicators of active listening. When individuals consciously include pauses in their conversations, it signals that they are genuinely processing what others have said. This attentiveness reassures the speaker that their message is being valued, building trust and rapport. Active listening, supported by pauses, helps retain important details, contributing to better communication outcomes and fostering harmonious relations. Guidelines surrounding effective use of pauses suggest starting by incorporating them in everyday conversations. Practicing this technique in non-intimidating scenarios allows individuals to become more comfortable with silence, breaking the association between pauses and awkwardness. Over time, speakers will gain confidence in their ability to use pauses constructively, viewing them not as gaps to be filled, but as purposeful intervals that can enhance the quality of interaction. To integrate pauses effectively, aim for natural breaks after completing ideas or introducing complex concepts. These transitions afford listeners a chance to catch up emotionally and intellectually, facilitating smoother continuations of dialogue. Additionally, consider observing how naturally occurring pauses during interactions often lead to more authentic engagements. It is important to remember that pauses should feel organic and contribute to the flow of conversation. Forced pauses might disrupt the natural rhythm and make interactions seem unnatural. Observing skilled communicators who expertly use pauses can provide examples for integrating them seamlessly into one's own communication style. Incorporating pauses doesn't require drastic changes to communication habits. Even small adjustments, such as taking a breath before responding, can pave the way for more meaningful exchanges. With consistent practice, pauses become second nature, leading to enriched interactions across various contexts, from intimate personal conversations to complex professional negotiations. In this chapter, we've delved into the art of streamlining communication for better efficiency and clarity. By adopting mindful speaking practices, individuals can enhance their interactions both personally and professionally. Mindfulness in speech encourages us to be present, enabling us to speak clearly and thoughtfully, helping to avoid misunderstandings. Choosing the right words and being aware of tone are pivotal in conveying messages effectively. These strategies empower us to express ourselves confidently while respecting others. Furthermore, active listening skills, such as maintaining eye contact and asking clarifying questions, foster connections by demonstrating our engagement and understanding. For those navigating complex environments, whether in personal relationships or professional settings, these communication techniques serve as valuable tools. Mindful speaking helps establish and uphold boundaries, ensuring interactions remain respectful and purposeful. Mastering these skills supports authenticity, reduces emotional turmoil, and empowers individuals to handle conflicts constructively. Through careful language selection, tone awareness, and active listening, we can transform challenging conversations into opportunities for growth and mutual respect. Ultimately, incorporating these communication skills into daily life leads to healthier relationships and more fulfilling personal and professional experiences. Chapter 7. The Art of Walking Away. Walking away from relationships or commitments that no longer serve our well-being is a complex but necessary skill. It involves making decisions that prioritize emotional and mental health over societal expectations or personal guilt. This chapter delves into how individuals can evaluate their connections to discern which ones contribute positively to their lives. By understanding the nuances of relationship dynamics, readers are encouraged to approach these situations with the intention of fostering personal growth and self-advocacy. This chapter explores various emotional costs and benefits of maintaining different kinds of relationships. Readers will learn how to identify interactions that drain energy and diminish self-worth, as opposed to those that inspire and uplift. The insights gained here extend beyond mere recognition, providing tools for evaluating when it's time to step away. Additionally, strategies for assessing relationship value through reflective practices and self-awareness will be discussed. These approaches aim to guide individuals in cultivating relationships aligned with their true values and needs, while also offering practical advice on setting clear personal boundaries and ensuring mutual respect in their social engagements. Through this lens, the chapter emphasizes the importance of prioritizing one's own well-being in the pursuit of healthier, more fulfilling connections. Assessing relationship value. In a world where our connections often define who we are, understanding which relationships contribute positively to our well-being is crucial. The key is discerning between interactions that uplift and inspire personal growth versus those that drain our energy. Identifying positive contributions starts with recognizing the people in your life who genuinely support your aspirations. These are the individuals who not only encourage you, but also challenge you to be better without imposing their standards or expectations on you. They make you feel appreciated and understood, reminding you that you're valued for who you truly are. Conversely, draining interactions are characterized by persistent feelings of exhaustion or diminished self-worth after encounters with certain individuals. These relationships often involve negative energy, criticisms, or manipulation that leave you questioning your value. Recognizing these patterns is essential for your emotional health. It's important to reflect on your experiences and notice how your mood or energy levels change after interacting with others. Keeping a journal can help track these emotional shifts, providing insights into which relationships energize you and which leave you depleted. Understanding the emotional costs of relationships involves more than just recognizing toxic patterns. It requires a deep introspection on how frequently these relationships take a toll on your mental health. It's about acknowledging the imbalance of effort, where you continually give more than you receive. Imagine a friendship where you're always the listener, offering support and advice. But when you need the same, there's silence. This uneven dynamic leads to feelings of neglect and undervalue, draining your emotional reserves over time. Reflecting on such experiences, ask yourself, how often do certain relationships make me feel exhausted? Is there a chronic disparity between the time and energy I invest versus what I get back? Evaluating these questions helps in making informed decisions about continuing or exiting these relationships. Maintaining an honest dialogue with yourself about these emotional costs ensures you're not caught in a cycle of giving without reciprocation. To systematically assess the impact of relationships, developing a value assessment tool can be beneficial. This tool allows you to weigh the pros and cons of each relationship based on evolving needs and priorities. Create a list highlighting aspects like emotional support, mutual respect, shared interests, and personal growth. Regularly update this list to ensure it reflects your current circumstances and requirements. This approach provides clarity on whether a relationship aligns with your long-term goals and well-being. Periodically adapting your assessment tool also aids in addressing changes as life progresses. Our needs evolve, influenced by factors like career shifts, family dynamics, or personal development journeys. For instance, a friend who was once a source of fun might become a negative influence if their lifestyle choices conflict with your newfound values. With your assessment in hand, you're equipped to make conscious decisions about nurturing, redefining, or ending certain relationships. Beyond understanding contributions and costs, realizing your self-worth plays a crucial role in fostering healthier emotional decisions. Your self-worth is intertwined with the standards you set for reciprocal respect and care. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect, where both parties feel valued and acknowledged. Setting boundaries in these relationships allows you to prioritize your needs without guilt or fear of judgment. It's about advocating for yourself, expressing your desires and limits clearly, and ensuring they are respected. Maintaining high standards doesn't imply being demanding or uncompromising, but rather recognizing that you deserve relationships that honor your dignity and individuality. By placing value on yourself, you naturally cultivate environments where others must meet those standards to engage with you meaningfully. This empowerment enables you to navigate your social landscape with confidence, knowing you're worthy of kindness, support, and love. Decoding societal guilt traps and reclaiming personal space and time. In today's fast-paced world, the pressure to adhere to societal expectations can weigh heavily on individuals. This becomes particularly evident in relationships where fear of judgment and guilt often deter people from making decisions that prioritize their well-being. Understanding this phenomenon requires examining the roots of guilt, specifically how society has conditioned us to maintain relationships even when they are detrimental. From a young age, many of us are taught that loyalty and commitment are paramount. This mindset is reinforced by cultural narratives that glorify perseverance in relationships despite adversity. The underlying belief is that enduring hardship is noble, yet this perspective can blur the line between dedication and self-sacrifice. It's vital to recognize that these norms may lead us to equate leaving with failure or selfishness. However, challenging these perceptions can liberate us from their grasp, allowing us to view relationship endings through a different lens. Reframing the narrative around ending relationships begins with recognizing it as an act of self-care rather than abandonment. This shift in perspective opens up space for understanding personal happiness as a valid and necessary goal. Leaving a relationship doesn't need to be seen as a negative action. Instead, it can be interpreted as a step towards cultivating a healthier and more fulfilling life. By embracing this viewpoint, one can start to reduce feelings of guilt associated with ending relationships that no longer serve one's best interest. Tactics for reframing the narrative involve focusing on what truly matters: emotional health and personal growth. To facilitate this change, practical exercises can help reinforce new perspectives. For instance, journaling about past experiences and emotions related to guilt can provide clarity and insight into deeply held beliefs, revealing patterns and triggers. Thought replacement exercises further aid in transforming negative self-talk into affirming statements that support autonomy and self-worth. These tools empower individuals to internalize their right to pursue happiness without remorse. Practicing verbalization of decisions is another crucial strategy. It involves articulating one's needs and choices confidently, both internally and externally. This exercise not only strengthens decision-making abilities, but also reinforces the legitimacy of one's choices. Practicing such verbal affirmations enhances resilience against external pressures, gradually minimizing guilt over time. Through regular practice, confidence in expressing boundaries and prioritizing personal requirements increases significantly. Recognizing the value of time forms the foundation of setting and maintaining clear personal boundaries. In an era where multitasking and connectivity are prized, carving out time for oneself is a radical act of empowerment. Evaluating how time is spent daily and identifying areas where it can be reallocated to activities that nurture well-being ensures personal energy reserves are protected. Activities that provide joy, relaxation, or intellectual stimulation are crucial components of a balanced life. Prioritizing such activities reinforces the concept that one's time is invaluable and deserves to be respected. Establishing firm boundaries helps fortify personal space, giving rise to solitude as a source of strength rather than loneliness. Boundaries act as invisible guardrails that preserve mental and emotional resources while facilitating engagements that align with one's values and interests. They promote self-awareness and intentionality, essential qualities for fostering a harmonious and resilient existence. Practice in communicating these boundaries clearly and concisely diminishes the likelihood of misinterpretation or pushback from others. Furthermore, guided by principles of empathy and mutual respect, boundaries enhance relationship dynamics by setting clear expectations and reinforcing individual autonomy. They encourage open, honest dialogue while preventing the entanglement of responsibilities that should not be borne. Friends, family members, and colleagues, when encountering well-communicated boundaries, are likely to respond with appreciation and understanding. It's important to remember that boundary setting is not static, but dynamic, adjusting according to evolving needs and circumstances. Regularly reassessing and recalibrating these boundaries allows them to remain relevant and effective. This adaptability ensures that boundaries continue to serve their purpose in protecting one's time and space, reinforcing the ongoing commitment to personal care and fulfillment. By internalizing these practices, individuals can create a more authentic and empowered life path. Embracing the process requires patience and compassion toward oneself, particularly when confronted with setbacks or moments of doubt. Such occasions emphasize the importance of self-compassion, reminding us that personal growth is a journey marked by continuous learning. Throughout this chapter, we have explored the intricate process of evaluating relationships and commitments that no longer serve our emotional and mental well-being. Understanding how different connections impact us requires a careful analysis of interactions and their influence on our self-worth. By recognizing patterns in relationships that leave us feeling drained, we can begin to prioritize those that uplift us and foster personal growth. This awareness encourages an honest reflection of what we contribute versus what we receive, ultimately guiding our decisions about whether to nurture or exit these bonds. Empowering oneself to make informed decisions about relationships involves developing tools and strategies for assessment. By creating a framework to evaluate the pros and cons of each relationship, one aligns their social environment with their evolving needs. Embracing self-worth as a central theme reinforces the importance of reciprocal respect and care in all interactions. As we navigate societal pressures and internalize practices that support autonomy, we cultivate environments where our time and emotional energy are valued, leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life journey. Chapter 8: Peace Through Non-Justification. Achieving peace through non-justification offers individuals a path to inner tranquility by embracing decisions without the weight of external validation. In a society where every choice is often subjected to scrutiny, stepping away from this cycle can lead to empowerment and self-assurance. This approach doesn't merely involve avoiding explanations, but rather choosing to honor one's own values and instincts. By doing so, individuals can discover a profound sense of confidence and freedom. This chapter explores the methods for adopting a lifestyle devoid of unnecessary justification, highlighting the benefits and challenges involved. It delves into the ways in which such an approach can alleviate anxiety, foster genuine relationships, and enhance professional growth. Readers will find insights into setting healthy boundaries and reclaiming personal autonomy, guiding them in navigating societal expectations and cultivating a life aligned with their true selves. Through practical examples and reflections, the chapter aims to empower individuals to let go of the need to justify themselves, ultimately leading to more fulfilling and authentic living experiences. Understanding the need for justification and its impact. In a world where decisions are constantly scrutinized, individuals often find themselves compelled to justify their choices. This compulsion stems from deeply ingrained cultural expectations that shape our behaviors and interactions. From an early age, society instills the idea that approval from others is essential, fostering a mindset where validation becomes synonymous with acceptance. As adults navigate personal relationships, this mindset can manifest as stress, leading to strained connections with loved ones. The pressure to align one's actions with external expectations often generates anxiety, eroding the foundation of trusting relationships. A pivotal element driving this behavior is the fear of judgment. Individuals, fearing criticism or negative perceptions, tend to cloak their true desires with explanations meant to appease others. This relentless self-justification acts as a barrier, preventing authentic self-expression. Instead of embracing genuine thoughts and feelings, people succumb to the burden of conforming to societal norms, stifling their unique voices. For professionals in work environments, this fear translates into difficulty voicing innovative ideas, fearing backlash or rejection, which can stifle career growth and personal satisfaction. The longing for social acceptance further amplifies the need for justification. In cultures where collective harmony is prioritized, individuals may measure their self-worth against external standards. This reliance on outer validation can have profound effects on mental health, as fluctuations in social feedback dictate emotional well-being. Feeling like they must meet societal benchmarks, many individuals struggle with low self-esteem and increased anxiety, often resulting in a cycle where external approval becomes the sole barometer of worthiness. Internal conflicts arise as personal values clash with the perceived need for justification. When individuals face situations where their core beliefs do not align with societal expectations, they may resort to justifying actions or decisions that contradict their principles. This dissonance not only leads to internal turmoil, but also leaves lasting emotional scars. Compromising personal values can create feelings of guilt and shame, which can perpetuate patterns of emotional distress and prevent individuals from achieving inner peace. These pervasive pressures highlight the importance of acknowledging the roots and impacts of such behaviors. Understanding how cultural expectations influence our actions allows individuals to break free from the shackles of unnecessary justification. By fostering environments that celebrate individuality and prioritize open communication, communities can mitigate these stresses, empowering people to embrace authentic selves. Recognizing the detrimental effects of seeking external validation over self-acceptance is crucial in changing the narrative. Encouraging self-awareness and introspection can serve as powerful tools in addressing this issue. Through mindful reflection, individuals can begin to redefine their metrics for success and fulfillment, focusing on intrinsic values rather than relying on external opinion. Furthermore, creating dialogues around these topics can spark change within social circles, workplaces, and beyond. By sharing experiences and insights, individuals can collectively work toward a culture that emphasizes understanding and compassion over judgment and expectation. This shift can lead to healthier relationships and a more resilient sense of self, allowing individuals to navigate life's challenges with confidence and grace. Embracing non-explanatory, living for inner peace. Living without the constant need to justify one's decisions can be a liberating experience that brings peace and empowerment. When individuals operate free from societal pressures to explain every choice, they find a newfound tranquility in trusting themselves and their instincts. This lifestyle shift is not merely about maintaining silence, but an intentional decision to nurture one's mental well-being and authenticity. Firstly, embracing non-justification significantly boosts confidence. In a world where external affirmation often dictates self-worth, deciding to trust oneself stands as a bold declaration of self-assurance. By honoring personal choices without external validation, individuals demonstrate a profound belief in their judgment. This inner confidence acts as a beacon, naturally inspiring respect from others. Observers tend to gravitate towards those who are resolute and firm in their beliefs, appreciating their steadfastness and learning from their example. This self-trust creates a positive feedback loop, encouraging even more assertiveness in future decisions. Furthermore, shedding the weight of societal expectations reduces anxiety levels significantly. In our fast-paced world, the pressure to conform and explain each action can be overwhelming. It leads to mental clutter, where individuals spend enormous energy overanalyzing their choices and pondering others' opinions. By shifting focus inward and dismissing the unnecessary burden of justification, one can achieve a state of mental clarity. With reduced anxiety, there is room for introspection and genuine self-reflection, enabling clearer thought processes and better decision-making. This liberation allows for greater focus on personal goals, leading to a more fulfilling life experience. Authenticity flourishes in an environment where justification is unnecessary. When people no longer feel compelled to explain or validate their actions, they can live more genuinely. This authenticity fosters deeper connections because relationships become less about appearances and more about true understanding. Without the facade of explanations, interactions are rooted in sincerity, allowing individuals to connect with others on a truly human level. Such relationships are based on mutual respect and an appreciation for each person's unique journey, enhancing the quality of social bonds and nurturing a supportive network. Moreover, living without explanation enables individuals to establish better boundaries. In many cases, the act of justifying decisions blurs the lines of personal space and comfort. It invites unwarranted opinions and often places individuals in positions where they might compromise their values to please others. By choosing not to explain, One communicates a clear message that personal choices are not up for negotiation. This clarity fosters healthier interactions, as it sets a precedent for how one wishes to be treated. Others learn to respect these boundaries, understanding that any interaction should be founded on mutual respect and understanding, rather than unnecessary scrutiny. These advantages highlight the profound impact of choosing not to justify oneself. It's important to recognize that this lifestyle isn't about avoidance or suppression. It's about embracing one's truth without seeking permission from the outside world. Real empowerment stems from knowing and accepting oneself fully, making choices that align with core values without apology. As this practice becomes more ingrained, individuals find their voice stronger, their path clearer, and their relationships more meaningful. By cultivating an internal locus of control, individuals start valuing their opinions more than external judgments. The innate sense of worth derived from trusting oneself fosters resilience against criticism. In professional settings, this can translate to greater productivity and leadership capacities, as decisions made from a place of self-confidence often result in innovative solutions and an ability to inspire teams. Authentic leaders earn trust and loyalty, modeling behavior that encourages teams to embrace their strengths and voices. In personal spheres, individuals experience richer, more rewarding interactions. The authenticity that comes from not explaining oneself resonates deeply with others, creating environments where everyone feels empowered to bring their honest selves to the table. Relationships built on such foundations thrive on trust and transparency, essential components for any lasting connection. Additionally, making this shift can profoundly improve one's mental health. Aligning actions with genuine desires and thoughts eliminates the friction caused by trying to meet external expectations. It frees individuals to engage in practices that promote well-being, such as meditation, exercise, or pursuing passions. Free from the need for constant validation, people can explore what truly makes them happy, which often leads to increased satisfaction and an enriched life. For those caught in toxic relationships, non-justification serves as a powerful tool. Establishing firm boundaries and refusing to justify exits from such situations minimizes emotional turmoil. It provides a dignified escape route where one's peace takes precedence over explanations, allowing for healing and personal growth without the baggage of guilt or regret. The chapter illuminates the profound shift that occurs when individuals move away from the need to justify their decisions. This approach nurtures self-confidence, reduces anxiety, and fosters genuine connections. By trusting one's inner wisdom rather than seeking external approval, people create space for introspection and authenticity. This not only enhances personal relationships, but also empowers individuals to set clear boundaries, ensuring interactions are based on mutual respect. The freedom gained from not having to explain or validate each action encourages a life aligned with one's true values, ultimately paving the way for greater fulfillment and peace. In professional environments, this mindset can lead to remarkable growth. Embracing non-justification enables clearer communication and the courage to present innovative ideas without fear of judgment. For those navigating workplace challenges or toxic relationships, establishing this boundary serves as a powerful tool for maintaining integrity and promoting well-being. As individuals learn to value their own opinions over external judgments, they foster resilience and inspire trust among peers. This empowerment fuels leadership potential and personal satisfaction, enhancing both personal and professional spheres. Through this journey, individuals discover that by honoring their truth, they cultivate a richer, more meaningful existence. Chapter 9. Your Personal Manifesto. Creating a personal manifesto revolves around understanding and aligning with one's core values. In the fast-paced environment of today's world, people often find themselves caught in the whirlwind of expectations and obligations that deter them from their true purpose and desires. Crafting a personal manifesto offers an escape from this cycle by encouraging individuals to introspectively evaluate what genuinely matters. By delving into moments of genuine fulfillment and observing recurring themes, one can identify the values that define their identity. This practice not only clarifies personal priorities, but also forms a solid foundation upon which life decisions can be based, enabling more deliberate and meaningful actions. This chapter delves into the intricate process of defining a personal manifesto, guiding readers through identifying core values, setting achievable goals, and formulating actionable plans. The narrative explores practical techniques like reflecting on personal experiences and examining common value lists to discern essential principles. Additionally, the chapter underscores the importance of translating these values into everyday decisions to enhance self-esteem and foster a sense of integrity. Readers will also learn how to establish clear, measurable goals aligned with their ideals and the significance of realistic timelines for achieving these objectives. Through this comprehensive guide, individuals seeking authenticity and empowerment are equipped with tools to bridge the gap between intention and action, ultimately crafting a life that resonates with their true selves. Reflecting on personal values and creating an action plan. In navigating the complexities of modern life, crafting a personal manifesto can be an empowering strategy. At its core, this process begins with a deep exploration and understanding of one's core values. These values serve as the foundation for decision-making and action-taking in everyday life. Identifying core values is not only about introspection, but also about translating these beliefs into practical steps that guide our actions. To start identifying your core values, engaging in guided exercises can be beneficial. A helpful approach includes reflecting on moments when you felt truly fulfilled or at peace. Consider what was important in those moments and jot down recurring themes or principles. These reflections often reveal underlying values that are crucial to your sense of identity and purpose. Moreover, reviewing lists of common values can stimulate thought and help narrow down your essential 5. This exercise, once completed, provides clarity and helps align subsequent decisions with your most valued principles. Once values are identified, the next step is aligning daily actions with these beliefs. Consistency between what we value and how we behave is critical for enhancing self-esteem and reducing inner conflict. When actions mirror beliefs, there is a profound sense of integrity and peace. For instance, if you value honesty, ensuring that your communication reflects truthfulness strengthens your authenticity and fosters trust in relationships. It's a continuous practice of consciously choosing actions that resonate with your core values, thus cultivating a more fulfilling and coherent life experience. Setting clear goals represents another pivotal component of a personal manifesto. Goals that are specific and measurable steer your focus and offer direction. They transform abstract values into tangible objectives, making it easier to track progress and maintain motivation. For example, if environmental stewardship is one of your core values, a goal might be to reduce personal waste by 25% over 6 months. Such specificity not only makes the goal attainable, but also reinforces your commitment to the value itself. Additionally, establishing a timeline for these goals is crucial for keeping momentum and structuring your journey. Realistic timelines create a framework that breaks down larger commitments into manageable milestones, fostering both urgency and achievability. Let's say you're aiming to change career paths to align better with your values of creativity and innovation. Creating a timeline could involve allocating 6 months for skill acquisition, 3 months for networking, and another 3 months for job applications. By segmenting the process, each milestone becomes a cause for celebration and an opportunity to reassess and refocus efforts. Integrating these steps, identifying core values, aligning actions with them, setting clear goals, and developing timelines, bridges the gap between intention and action. It is essential to remember that this is not a rigid process, but rather a dynamic, ongoing practice that evolves as we grow and adapt. Life circumstances may shift. Hence, regularly revisiting and refining your manifesto is part of the journey, allowing for adjustments that continue to reflect your authentic self. Moreover, the benefits of living according to a personal manifesto extend beyond individual empowerment. It paves the way for healthier relationships and more effective communication. When individuals have a strong grasp of their values and goals, they interact with others from a place of confidence and clarity. This presence reduces misunderstandings and facilitates meaningful connections built on mutual respect and understanding. Whether in personal relationships or professional settings, being grounded in your manifesto promotes a culture of transparency and intentionality. Ultimately, crafting a personal manifesto is a transformative endeavor that requires courage and honesty. It challenges you to delve into what genuinely matters and encourages a lifestyle that is true to your essence. For individuals feeling overwhelmed by societal pressures to conform, this process offers a path towards authentic self-expression. It acts as a compass, guiding decisions and actions even in the face of uncertainty or adversity. Living authentically without apologies. Embracing your authenticity is a cornerstone of living unapologetically. In a world full of societal pressures, it can be daunting to stay true to yourself. Yet, the reward is profound. Living authentically not only enriches your personal life, but also deepens your connections with others. Authenticity acts as a magnet for those who value you for who you truly are. When you're honest about your thoughts and feelings, you create meaningful relationships built on genuine understanding and respect. This liberates you from the confines of conforming to societal norms that often demand compromise on self-expression. According to insights from Psychology Today, both Glennon Doyle and Brené Brown argue that authenticity should never be sacrificed for acceptance. Instead, it is the foundation of meaningful bonds. Living authentically requires courage. It involves an ongoing journey of self-discovery and introspection, confronting our fears and embracing our vulnerabilities. This process can be challenging, yet it's essential to achieving a fulfilling life. Doyle, in her book Untamed, suggests that untaming oneself from societal expectations brings about empowerment and liberation, allowing you to reclaim your life choices. Similarly, Brené Brown highlights that vulnerability is integral to authenticity, proposing that by exposing our true selves, we forge deeper, more authentic connections with others. Practicing assertiveness is another vital aspect of living unapologetically. Assertiveness empowers you to express your needs and set boundaries effectively, promoting healthier and more respectful interactions. Being assertive doesn't mean being aggressive or dismissive. It means having the confidence to communicate your needs clearly and respectfully while considering the perspectives of others. Practicing assertiveness involves using techniques such as I statements, where you express your feelings and needs without blaming or criticizing others. For example, saying, "I feel overwhelmed when I am interrupted," instead of, "You always interrupt me," can lead to constructive dialogue rather than conflict. Assertiveness can also enhance professional relationships, providing clarity and reducing misunderstandings. In workplace environments, where conflicts often arise from miscommunication, asserting yourself clearly and confidently can foster a more collaborative atmosphere. Furthermore, assertiveness helps build self-esteem, as it reinforces your self-worth and confirms your right to prioritize personal well-being over external demands. Letting go of guilt is crucial when embracing unapologetic living. Society often conditions us to feel guilty for prioritizing ourselves, especially if it means saying no to others. However, carrying unnecessary guilt can strain relationships and diminish self-confidence. To overcome guilt, it's helpful to reframe the narrative around self-care, recognizing that taking care of yourself enables you to support others more effectively. Strategies for releasing guilt include practicing self-compassion and acknowledging that it is okay to put your needs first. Additionally, setting clear priorities can help alleviate guilt. By understanding what truly matters to you, It becomes easier to say no to activities and commitments that don't align with your values. Practicing mindfulness and meditation can also contribute to releasing guilt by fostering a non-judgmental awareness of your thoughts and emotions, allowing you to accept yourself without harsh criticism. Celebrating individuality is the final key to living unapologetically. Embracing what makes you unique enhances self-acceptance and encourages a sense of community. The world thrives on diversity, and by proudly owning your uniqueness, you not only enrich your own life, but also inspire others to do the same. Tips for embracing individuality include engaging in hobbies or activities that reflect your interests and passions, connecting with like-minded individuals who appreciate your differences, and avoiding comparisons with others. Fostering an environment that celebrates individuality benefits both personal growth and societal progress. Authenticity at a collective level leads to a richer exchange of ideas, innovation, and cooperation, as everyone contributes from their genuine selves. Moreover, celebrating individuality can strengthen communities by promoting inclusivity and acceptance, encouraging members to learn from each other's diverse experiences and perspectives. Crafting a personal manifesto serves as a guiding framework for authentic living. By identifying core values, aligning actions with these beliefs, and setting achievable goals, you create a roadmap to navigate life's complexities with integrity and purpose. This process encourages a deeper connection to oneself and fosters self-discovery, enabling transformative changes that resonate with your true self. Regularly revisiting and refining this manifesto ensures it remains relevant and aligned with your evolving identity, providing clarity and direction amidst life's uncertainties. Living authentically without apologies not only empowers personal growth, but also enhances relationships by fostering genuine connections. Through assertiveness, clear boundary setting, and embracing individuality, you develop the courage to express your true needs and desires. This journey of unapologetic living involves releasing guilt and celebrating diversity within oneself and others, creating an inclusive environment where authenticity flourishes. By nurturing these aspects, you pave the way for a fulfilling and harmonious existence, enriching both personal and professional spheres of life. Conclusion. In the quiet moments of our lives, there is an extraordinary power that often goes unnoticed, a power that can illuminate the paths we walk upon. Imagine beginning your day with a simple ritual. A cup of tea in hand, you allow yourself 5 minutes to sit in silence, absorbing the morning's first light. In these moments, your thoughts begin to settle like dust after a gentle breeze, revealing a landscape of clarity and calm previously hidden beneath the noise of daily life. Silence, when embraced intentionally, becomes a sanctuary for self-discovery, urging you to listen not just with ears, but with the heart. It's a space where personal growth takes root, allowing you to reconnect with who you truly are, away from the cacophony overwhelming your senses. As you cultivate this quietude, it naturally extends outward, manifesting in how you engage with the world around you. One of the most profound expressions of this inner serenity is the establishment of boundaries. These boundaries are not barriers to isolate yourself. Rather, they are lines drawn thoughtfully, akin to a gardener planting a fence around delicate blooms. They prevent the chaos of external weeds from choking the beauty within. You need no elaborate justification for these boundaries. Like the gardener who knows what the garden needs without explaining every choice, you too honor your well-being by defining what nurtures you. Actions, spoken softly, often carry more weight than words cluttered with explanations. These boundaries also guide us in making one of the hardest decisions, leaving behind situations or relationships that impede our journey. The art of a graceful exit begins with the realization that stepping away is less about loss and more about liberation. Picture yourself at a crossroads. Before you are two paths, one tangled with thorns of past griefs and unresolved conflicts, the other illuminated clearly by sunlight and possibility. While the decision to turn away from the thorny path isn't easy, It holds the promise of newfound freedom. Clarity arises here, not from the absence of pain, but from understanding that the ability to let go is empowering. By recognizing the times when a parting is necessary, you pave the way for the new experiences and connections awaiting you on the sunlit trail. Empowered with silence, boundaries, and the wisdom to leave gracefully, constructing your own manifesto becomes an inspiring act of self-affirmation. This manifesto is not merely a list. It's a living document reflecting your core values, aspirations, and those essential boundaries that preserve your peace. Imagine a blank sheet transforming into something sacred, inscribed with your beliefs and dreams. It bears a simple truth. I choose peace over endless explanation. Every line serves as a reminder of the purposeful life you have chosen to create, guiding you confidently toward paths aligned with your authentic self. Through these principles of silence, boundary setting, graceful exits, and personal manifestos, lives are transformed. Adults wrestling under societal pressures find solace and strength to assert their choices without feeling the need to conform endlessly. For those in toxic relationships, these tools offer a ladder to climb out with dignity, reducing emotional turmoil while embracing the grace in departure. Professionals battling workplace conflict gain insight into navigating tensions through effective communication and personal empowerment, minimizing unnecessary drama to lead with confidence and clarity. This is not merely a conclusion, but an invitation to embark on a lifelong journey where one's actions resonate with newly discovered truths. Just as each dawn brings fresh light, each silent pause cultivates deeper understanding, setting the stage for empowering change. Let us together celebrate the journeys you will undertake, armed with quiet courage and steadfast resolve. As you turn the final pages, remember that this book isn't an end. It's the beginning of a narrative only you can write, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. By embracing silence, honoring boundaries, mastering exits, and drafting a personal manifesto, you stand poised to face life's complexities with elegance and poise. May every choice reflect your true essence, and may every step forward be taken with certainty and peace. Let your journey unfold, defined by your unwavering commitment to live authentically and purposefully, untouched by external pressures. Your story doesn't end here. It continues, stronger and more vivid, with every silent moment celebrated, every boundary respected, every farewell bid with grace, and every belief etched onto the canvas of your life. When the world demands conformity, you now possess the tools to carve your own path. Embrace them, nurture them, and witness the transformation that follows as you stride confidently into a future built on the foundations of your choosing. This is your life, crafted with intention, held by silence, and guided by the authenticity of your heart.